All right, first and foremost, I give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and who is worthy to be counted for double honors. And peace and salutations to you brothers out there pushing this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for love of the gospel. It's the brother Gabaria from the Indiana camp. Come out you get one another sit down. Basically just to talk about the men who stood stiffly for the name of the Lord. All right. And without further ado, I'm actually get that scripture and then we're gonna continue on with the lesson. All right. So this is Second Ezra chapter 2 and verse. I'm gonna start from 45. It says, "He answered and said unto me, These are they that put off the mortal clothing and put on immortality, and have confessed the name of Yahweh, and now they are crowned and receive psalms." All right, and how do they take off the mortal clothing and put on immortality? What they left the mindset of this world. All right, they because what to be carnally minded is death, and to be spiritual minded is what? Everlasting life. And what is everlasting life? What? Immortality. All right. So they didn't care about this world and everything it had got going on. All of us probably could have had passions and dreams that we probably wanted to do. I know. I'm gonna throw the Elder Uriah and Elder Yaki in there. They actually were. They were actually signed to become movie stars and singers. All right, they were there. It wasn't no. They were building up their career. No, they actually had contracts to do that. And if any brother ever heard the Elder Uriah sing, man, he sings beautifully. If you ever heard him, I've seen women melt, when the elder started singing. When the elder sings, I've seen women like just falls in love with it, something like they never heard before, So, Elder Uriah, and I seen pictures of Elder Yaka, like movie shot pictures, pictures that, he looked like he was finna be in a movie. He was finna be in movies, so. But them elders gave up, their dreams and what they wanted to do for the truth, Apostle Gabar said he wanted to become a musician, but when it came to the truth, man, he gave that up, So hey, we all had our times that we wanted to be something, or even to not even focus on our dreams, but even like shit like if you want to have the happy wife, happy life. You just wanted to live peacefully and all that stuff. Hey, I mean, it's nothing wrong with buying a crib, going to college and all that stuff. We just tell you it's not wise to do none of that stuff and to trust into it. You go and you buy a crib, or you go and you send your kids off to college. Listen, if you really want to do that stuff, that's fine. Just don't think that, that's going to be everlasting. That's just going to be how it is. We understand that. This world, matter of fact, let me get this right quick. Here's I was spelling matter instead of manner. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 11. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. So yeah, man, we knowing this truth that everything that we see in our day-to-day lives is going to be dissolved. All right. Scripture says the elements shall melt with fervent heat. All right. So everything that you see, your car, your house, these people, everything is going to be dissolved. Everything is going to be, matter of fact, let me look at the word dissolve right quick. Just get a broader aspect on it. to be loosened, literally or figuratively, break up and destroyed, you know? So everything is going to be broken up and being destroyed, man. All right? To dissolve. If you think of anything like if you think like a sugar cube, you know, and you put that sugar cube in water, what's happening to that sugar cube? It's being broken up and it's being dissolved into the liquid, man. That's exactly how this world gonna be, man. All right? It's gonna be dissolved. It's gonna be destroyed, you know? So we seeing this, seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? See, so man, we understanding that everything that's is gonna be happening to this world. What type of person should we be in this situation? You know, should we actually be trying to live a long and luxurious life? No, man. If you know, it's like basically like the brother Kaya always say, man. It's like putting new furniture in a burning building. You know, what right person would be like? You know, you clearly see the house on fire, but yeah, you gonna move that brand new $11,000, $1,500 couch in there with a new plasma nanotech screen TV. You know, with your gaming system and your clothes and shit like that, man. Who gonna do that? Nobody in their right mind would do that. So we understanding that this world ain't gonna be here forever. So why would we put our trust into this place? The scriptures also said what? Rise up, for this is not your rest. A rest is a place that you lay down, you feel comfortable at, you know? So this place is not our rest. This place isn't built to make us comfortable. We're supposed to be on edge. We're supposed to be in uncomfortable situations, you know? So by knowing that, man, why would we try to live here? Why would we try to dwell here any longer than it has to be? You know? So that's how these men took off the mortal clothing and put on immortality. Because they didn't look at this place as refuge anymore. You know? They seen it what it was truly for, and they were like, you know what? No, man, there's something better than this. And then Yahweh Shem Yahshua and endowed the men with the spirit of his spirit. You know, which is the spirit of prophecy. So the Lord opened up their mind and showed them that no, there's better things to come. All right. Let me read that over. This is verse 45. It says, and he answered and said unto me, these are they that Slacky. I hope that don't. Slacky, I hope that wasn't too loud on the phone, but it says, and he answered and said unto me, these are they that put off the mortal clothing and put on immortality and have confessed the name of Yahweh. And now are they crowned and receive psalms. See, man, and this is at the end. This is when we finished our course, when we fought the good fight, man. You know, when everything is all said and done, that's when we're gonna receive that crown in the psalms, man. All right. Verse 46, it says, then said I unto the angel, what young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them psalms in their hand? All right. And we finna get into that answer, who that person is. So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of God, whom they confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. All right. And if you go into the word name, it goes into basically representation. So everything the Lord stood for, everything the Lord put his name on, everything the Lord was about, guess what? Them men stood on it, man. So even all the pleasant things of the scriptures, but guess what? All the dark and gruesome things of the scriptures too, man. These men stand 10 toes deep down. All right. It wasn't waving them. They didn't get simple, or they didn't get carnally minded when they heard certain things was going to happen to certain people and certain things is going to transpire. All right. Yeah, it's not going to be a pretty sight. It's not going to be pleasant. But guess what? They understood that the truth is the truth, no matter if they like it or not. You know, that's why it blows me when everybody says always, that's your interpretation. No, what the fuck you mean? It's my interpretations. It's scriptures that read. That's how it's read. I remember one time we was at camp. This is years ago. We was at camp, man, and we were a woman just stopped by and she was argumentative, whatever. And we read one scripture and she said we didn't even have time to break it down. We just read the scripture word for word, and she said, "No, that's y'all interpretation." And we was like, we didn't even fucking say anything yet. We literally didn't even say anything. We just read the scripture and she just said, "No, that's y'all interpretation." Like anybody could have read that scripture. You could have picked up the Bible and read it yourself. How is that our interpretation? That's how you understand it. That's how you know, man, these people don't have the spirit on them, man. They read you'll read some of the scriptures and be like, they say that. It say that. That's how you know these people don't read neither. You know? Yes, it says that. You'll look at it and read, you know, that's what half these Christians don't even know what the book of Obadiah is, you know? It was like, well, what's Obadiah? That's one of the new Bibles. That's one of the new books, you know? No, Obadiah's been in there, you know? It's been in there. You just don't read, and you just don't, and the spirit of the Lord is not dealing with you to look it up, you know? So I'm gonna start this back from the top. It says, so he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of God, which is who? Yahweh Shah, whom they have confessed in the world. How do we confess Yahweh Shah in the world? What we go doing these videos as we're doing now, going on the highways and byways, and just our day-to-day life, man. You know, it says, matter of fact, this is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 16. It says, make ye mention to the nations, behold, publish against Jerusalem, and watchers come from a far country, and give out thy voice against the cities of Judah. All right, and that's exactly what we're doing, you know, which this right here is talking about something a little different. But you understand that's exactly what we're doing, man. We're basically making public the word. We're publishing it. You know, that's what publish actually goes into, man. Making it public, making sure everybody knows what's going on. All right. It was. Let me see. Can I find that word publish? There's a specific scripture I'm looking for. Bear with me, Akim, Babu Kasha. I can't find it. I can't even remember what it says. I'm gonna just keep going. I got the point. Yeah. So where was that verse? I'm gonna start from verse 47 again. It says, then he said unto me, it is the Son of God, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. See, man, and everything, like I was saying, man, everything the Lord stood for, we stand for. All right. And guess what? That's how we getting persecuted, man. That's why we're getting persecuted. Because this world wasn't for Yahweh Shah. This world wasn't his. And guess what? The world hated him. Everybody in the world, except for the elect, hated Yahweh Shah, man. So guess what? We're going to receive that same hatred. That's why our family says little slick slide remarks, you know? Matter of fact, my auntie just kind of like, I ain't say cuss me out, but my auntie just was like, yeah, it's always about camp. It's always about camp. You know, you gotta do some sacrificing too. You got some sacrifice for camp. It's not always about camp. It's always a camp. And I looked at, I wanted to say something so bad, but you know, I did say something. I said, it's like, it's crazy because a few years ago, you was the same way about church. And she was quiet. She had nothing to say because I'm like, well, yeah, because I'm like, it's really Satan and fucking demons on them because we treat camp like how they treat church. But it's cool when they do church. It's cool. They can go every Sunday morning, whatever. They can go to church. They can make time for their Lord. But as soon as we make time for ours, it's no. Because guess what? We're not there for their convenience. You know, it's we're not there for their convenience. You know. But my auntie is a fucking woman, man. It's just that's not even a really good point to really make. You know, fucking women, they're as fickle as you want. If you're not there for them, if you're not convenient for them, you out doing something else or whatever, you know. But anyways, I ain't even gonna deal with that right now. But yeah, man, shit, that motherfucker dead, man. Leave him alone. Anyways, verse 48 says, then the angel said unto me, go thy way and tell the people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy Lord thy God has seen. You know, yeah, man, because what, man, these men, the men that Ezra seen, man, he commended them, man. All right, because what, they gave up their lives for the Lord, man. They didn't regard their lives as precious things that they wanted to do. As, oh, well, I got things to do. That's why the scripture says what? Being living sacrifices, man. It's like, give up your body as a living sacrifice. That goes into what? Your time, your effort, everything that you do, everything you put your hand to, man. You're doing it for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua sake. That's why in Wisdom of Solomon says what? She shall meet him in every thought. That she is talking about wisdom, man. We should be walking more circumspectly as the days goes on, man. We just gonna be sitting here and just lollygagging, twiddling our thumbs. No, man, we need to be gearing up and preparing. That's why the scripture says, "Well, I shall bring them through the fire." You know, we're not gonna, the fire is gonna hit, that hail is gonna hit, but the Lord ain't just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna take them and make sure the fire ain't gonna touch them. You know, to a certain degree, we're gonna feel that fire. We're gonna feel that stress. We're gonna feel them uncomfortable times, man. You know, because it says what? Hard times breed hard men. You know, that's the saying in the world. It says what? Hard times breed hard men, and hard men bring soft times, and soft times bring soft men, and the cycle continues, you know? But in this case, man, hey, the Lord is bringing not just hard men, but hard and refined men, you know? Refined through the truth, refined through the hell that's coming to this place, man. And that's why they're going to conquer death as Yahweh Shah conquered death, you know? Let me get to this. This is a chapter over. This is this is chapter 1. But I'm gonna start from 35. It says, "Your houses will I give to a people that shall come, which have not heard of me, yet shall believe me. To whom I have showed no signs, yet they shall do that which I command them. They have seen no prophets, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them, and take the witness the grace of the people to come, whom's little ones rejoice in gladness. And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the things that I say." All right, now this is going into the Gentiles that they didn't see all the miracles Yahweh Shah did, you know? Because when Yahweh Shah came on the scene, he went to who? The people. You know, he went to the nation of Israel. But after he left, he had certain people go to the Gentiles, you know, namely Paul. He had them go to the Gentiles, who's what? Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that lived in other countries who didn't know that they were Israelites, or probably knew that they were Israelites, but what? Took on the customs of those. Well, it's like, no, they didn't know they were Israelites, but took on the customs of the Gentiles, you know, but who truly through blood was Israelites, man. You know, we consider Gentiles, man. I didn't, you know, grow up thinking I was an Israelite. I grew up thinking I was African American, you know. Thinking I was two Edomite, came from two Edomite men, you know, Leo Scipio Africano and Americo Vespucci, you know. That's who I grew up thinking I was, you know. None of these people grew up knowing that they were Israelites, man. So guess what? We will be considered, and we started to doing the things of the Gentiles, man. What? Eating pork, shaving your beard, which when I came in truth, I didn't have a beard yet. But what? Eating pork, shaving your beard, lining yourself up, you know, eating shrimp, lobster, having sex with all different types of manner of people. You know, whether that be men or women, you know, we were completely living like fucking heathens, man. We washed all that stuff off of us, man. You know, we washed our lives completely. So now we don't look at that way of lifestyle no more, man. That's why the scripture says what? Put off the old man and put on the new man. The scripture says what? The outward man perish daily, but the inward man is renewed day by day. All those are your transitioning in life, man. The old man being who you once were, and the outward man being that person that was delighted in this world. But the inward man and the new man being that new person that you became, that new creature, you know. The person who was reborn in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's the person that we try to build up daily. Because what? I'm pretty sure a lot of us, probably except for the apostles, but we have a lot of our how can I say, our fuck, what am I trying to say? Our worldly life outweighs our spiritual life, you know, in the grand sense. You know, I know a lot of, like I said, the apostles really probably don't fit in that, you know, because they're pushing 30 to 40 years, you know, and a few of elders that's roundabout, you know, I'm pretty sure 2007, when a lot of the elders of these camps start waking up, is going to be, I think 20 years is going to be roughly around 2027, you know, which I think next year is 2025. So yeah, in about 3 years, you know, a lot of elders will be pushing 20 years now. You know, but still even that, you know, a lot of, They would have probably, got into the truth when they probably in their mid-20s or late 20s, But what I'm trying to say is, I'm diverting from the point. What I'm trying to say is, our worldly life probably outweighed our life in the truth. So we should be looking to build that. We should be looking to build the spiritual man up, because guess what? Our worldly life had 30-year gap, a 30-year head start against our spiritual life. So guess what? We should be way more dwelling in the spiritual life and building him up, because that's why you see the apostles constantly doing videos, constantly in the spirit, constantly edifying, constantly teaching. Because why, man? Because what? They've been diligent for so long that their spiritual man is probably on 24/7, constantly enduring, constantly pushing out, because that's who they truly are. That's who the embodiment of they are, man. I understand, and the Lord give us a grace period about, your first couple years, your first couple months. He gives us a chance to come up out of that, come up out of that world. It's not a cold turkey cycle. Like, oh, you come into the truth, now you got to stop doing all this by next week. And if you don't, you out the truth. No, the Lord gives us a grace period to transition, But what? We have to put forth the effort. We can't just be sitting here twiddling our thumbs like, oh, Lord, you're going to change me when you're ready. Like, no, man. I'm gonna read verse 37 again, because there's a couple points I want to hear. It says, and I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in my gladness, and though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the things that I say. Right, man? Because really, to be honest, if you think about it, man, we didn't see none of the miracles. I mean, we did if we were the men back in the day, but we didn't see none of all we were doing is really just reading it. We're reading all this stuff from a book, but guess what? Our faith is boosted so high. That's why in the book of Hebrews, let me go ahead and grab it right quick. It says, Hebrews 11:6. It says, but it says, without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. See, so in this truth, man, you can't just come and think like, oh, everything has to be shown for you, everything has to be proven, everything has to have evidence. No, man, because the scriptures right says what? They have not even seen me with bodily eyes, but yet in spirit they believe. We haven't seen Yahweh Shah for himself. We didn't see him actually walk this earth. But what? We believe him. We believe what the scriptures say, man. We put our trust in the scriptures. All right. When we read these stories, when we read these parables, when we read these dark sayings and everything, we believe them in spirit. All right. That they are true. Without evidence, without having to be shown, without having to be proving it, So by us believing these things, and I have to see anything, that just builds up our faith even more. Because when we read scriptures like this, they're saying, listen, they're gonna come and just hear about it and they're gonna believe. How great a faith is that, man? You just hear something and you believe it. This world will call that foolishness, and that's the spirit. Because guess what? People will say, the foolishness of teaching. People will actually come up and say, y'all believe that? Y'all like what's his name? Polite. He believed a lot of the stuff that the apostles were saying. But guess what? When it came up, what's this shit called? When Joel was Jonah, when Jonah was swallowed by the fish, he didn't believe that. He said, "Oh, y'all got me there, man. I don't believe that, man. I don't believe that." And a lot of people, when we talk about spiritual powers, putting Esau into captivity, this world being destroyed, a lot of people don't see that. A lot of people like, man, what? Nah, man, that ain't happening. And then they look at you like, yeah, y'all believe that? Y'all really think that's gonna happen? So they think that we're the strange one. They think we're the weird ones for believing this stuff, man. Which we can't physically prove it. Yeah, we got the news, we got the scriptures, we got our faith, and we can show you various events and bring out certain things that makes complete sense, by the way. But we can't actually talk to Vladimir Putin himself and saying, hey, are you gonna shoot the missiles on America? And he tells us soon, I will soon. We don't have actual evidence proof like that, but certain things we do, but certain things we don't. Certain things you just don't have to take by faith. Certain things you don't have to just believe in just because the scriptures say it. That's why the scripture says what? Him that believeth on me, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water, man. So sometimes you just gotta have to go by faith. You just gotta believe it sometimes, man. Which shouldn't be a hard concept, because what we're dealing with We're doing it with an omnipotent power, man, who's actually been laws of reality to for the favors of his prophets, man. You know? So, Lord willing, I hope this video was edifying. You know, I ain't really meaning to rant as much as I did, but still, Lord willing, this video was edifying for you brothers out there. And until next time.